What's going on, y'all? Looks like I've got a bit of a delay. That stinks. So, I am trying to use Filmic Remote and Filmic Pro as my webcam. It looks like the picture, I don't know what it's sending out over there, but I'll have to look at that in here in a little bit. But it looks like the picture is good. What's up, Sammy? I'm trying Filmic Pro as my webcam because if I make this work the right way, unfortunately, I may finally take the plunge and switch to the iPhone. The audio out on the HDMI, clean HDMI, does not work on Android, so that's why there's an obvious delay. I'm assuming it looks like there's a delay even just watching it here in the studio. So I'm assuming there is a delay on the outside. But the reason I want to be able to do this, see, with an iPhone, Filmic Pro will let you, hey, Mark, hey, Karen, do a clean HDMI out from the phone, but it also will send out the audio. But on Android, the audio component doesn't work. See, but what happens is so I can control my other phone. This is on the phone that's looking at me, and I can, so for example, let's see, we do this. Right? There's some focus settings and colorization and changing of the focus and things like that I can also mess with if I want to on here. It's just going to be a matter of going back and looking and seeing how bad the delay is. If anybody's actually listening or watching, let me know. The Filmic Pro is a incredible tool. Highly recommend it. Let's see if I do this here. Just curious to see if this makes it worse or better. On the delay, I up the resolution, but at the same time, that should. You're not getting any lag. Okay, so that's good to know. So the audio and me seem to be in sync. Is that true? I just made a change to it, so let me know if that changed anything, or if it still looks like it's working. Because if it's working, then this is great because I can control both phones. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. This is super cool. People are always, one of the things people ask all the time is, can I zoom? And the truth is that using this, I can. I can go, okay, too far. And there's some presets and things that can be done as well. So interesting. It's interesting that you guys aren't seeing it, but I notice it here in the studio. That's really, really weird. Okay, so Mark, Mark, are you saying that now it is out? Because if that's the case, then maybe having a lower resolution helps. Okay, so now I went back to what the resolution was before. So Mark, can you let me know now that I've switched back? Did it go back in sync, or is it worse? Is it better? I'm curious. Yeah, the zoom's kind of cool to be able to do that. And actually, you can, using Filmic. Oh, it was in sync before and after. Okay. That's interesting because the resolution, the stream, they say will actually be a little better if I do it this way, and it does look clearer there. So the app's called Filmic Pro, and you are using it. Okay, but see, are you running your audio into your phone or out from your phone, or are you running your audio separately? Because you have an iPhone, And I know, like, I can run my audio into my phone, but right now the audio won't come out through the clean HDMI through the capture card. Tomorrow I've got a piece coming in. It won't be before the show. I don't think it'll be here, so that I can hook up. Get another capture card coming, so I can hook up 2 phones directly. But you can control both of them with the remote. So I have 3 old S10 pluses. That's what these are. So I go out and I shoot client video and things like that with them, and because at the end of the day, a lot of the filming is just about angles and the right shots and framing and telling the story, right? So okay, so you're coming through the A10 Mini. Gotcha. Okay, so I'm doing a capture card from my phone directly in, and then I will do a capture card with the other phone tomorrow. But then on my third phone, I've got, this is actually, those who have used Filmic Pro, this is what it looks like, right, when you're using it. Now we're getting like that effect here, but I can control that phone in front of me with this. So like that's the zoom. See if I can do it. Right there. Technically, if I wanted to, I'll bring up tools here. I can set up a zoom. I can do I can change the focus and f-stops and all that crazy apertures and all that stuff. So yeah, I have 3 plus phones here. So they're old S10 pluses. Okay, there's been an 11, there's been a 20, a 21, and the 22 is now out. So in my defense, let's see. So yeah, in my defense, so not rich, and I got them over a long period of time. What is the bit rate on this? That's a good question. They use I think it's 8. It's 8-bit. Yeah, it's 8-bit. If that's what you're talking about. Filmic does this like Filmic Extreme, Filmic Ultra, so it doesn't exactly give you. Let's see, where's. Oh, that's frame rate. That's not what we're looking for. Bum. Oh, I can't look at that on there. I have to look over there. Yeah, getting the Filmic bundle is definitely right. If you're talking, it's 8-bit. If that's what you're asking, Mark, I think is what if I'm answering the right question. I think the iPhone will let you use like a 10-bit HDR thing on there. Another good option is Epicam and Camo. Gotcha. Yeah, I've used Filmic Pro for years. I've shot like almost all of the video that I've ever shot. I use phones. I'll do interviews with a 2-phone setup and control it with the one. So anyway, so I got a wild hair the other day and was like, you know what? Let me see if I can do this through an out with a capture card. And there's an adapter. When it comes in, I'll show you guys, but it will it's USB-C into the phone, but it has it's an HDMI out adapter, but it also has a Cat 6, 7, 8, whatever you use, adapter on it as well, so you can do a direct hardwire to your network, and it has a charging port. So it's one USB-C. It's like this little box, and it has the HDMI out cable, the internet cable in, and then a charging port, so I can keep my phone charged, have a solid internet connection on it, and clean HDMI it out. So yeah, anyway, so that's pretty cool. So that worked. I wonder if any of the, let's see, there's different looks here. These are like color filters that are built into the app. Like if you're just doing some filming. I don't have, there's a, what's that called? Steam. Just different. Oh, I kind of like that. I like the kind of the bluish gray look it gave. That's kind of a Me thinks me likes this one a little bit here. Normal. There's a bunch of others I haven't gotten yet. The phone so far it's been fine. I haven't had a problem with that. These are the ones I haven't bought yet. Just different looks. I can't see my infrared. Oh, so those are all available. And of course, I have complete control. That's if I'm shooting flat, or in a log, which I do when I shoot video. There's a natural look, dynamic, native. Does it have a yellow? No, it doesn't have a yellow. That's funny. Yeah, so Mark, it seems to be running okay. Guess if it catches on fire and stops working tomorrow, we'll find out. But you have all of these, controls in Filmic Pro, so you can adjust and change all of those. I can also make sure that the settings and the color settings are the same when I have the second phone up, so I can control both of them, make sure that they look, have a similar look and feel to them as well. So anyway, wanted to try that out. So if in case you're curious, what you do, you open Filmic Pro. You'd have to get the app. It is a paid app. It's not that expensive, and it's worth it. The whole bundle's worth it. You want to get the creator tool so you have more control over things. And you set it up. The audio right now is just going through a mixer. It's a USB interface. It's a large one. It's a big mixer. It's a Zoom Track L12. More than I need, but I got it slightly used during the pandemic from a musician who was just selling things. So that's going through there through the my computer. The computer I originally bought because I was producing shows using OBS, and so I needed like the beast. And Wave has made that not be something I need to do. So I'm blessed with the computer that I have. But yeah, Filmic, when you put the Filmic Pro on the phone, you put the other. I was trying to help the artist out. He was hurting, so it was a fair deal for everybody. But you open the Filmic Remote app on the other phone. They just have to be either on the same network, or you can do a direct Wi-Fi connect where they kind of make their own virtual internet connection to each other, Wi-Fi connection to each other. Or you can do wired, which is my plan tomorrow when everything's here, that all three phones will go into my my hub there, and they'll all be wired. So they should all work even more quickly, because right now my remote one is controlling it completely wirelessly. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see. There you go. Once I get it all set up, I'll do like a whole run through, a little tutorial, and I'll set up one of the cameras so you can see the other camera, or you know what, maybe I'll do a screen share deal with one of the tools. Oh, absolutely. I could do a Subpellucid style show using Wave. Piece of cake. Piece of cake. So, I don't know how much you've used it yet, Mark, but it's brilliant. All the different shapes and sizes, being able to move your phone, your cameras, put things wherever you want. That's what made Subpellucid possible. Was in OBS was that I could set up all the scenes any way that I wanted. I didn't have to, have overlays that just fit, a certain way. So I could just put things. If you watch the show tomorrow, you'll see that we always bring our guests into a submarine, like we used to do the elevator on Subpellucid. Yeah, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I'm sitting here reading y'all's comments, and I don't usually like completely produce this show, so I'm used to having the other from Wave that help put the comments up on the screen, but I am reading them. So anyway, yeah, so I'm pretty stoked about this working. I'm gonna go back and watch it and see how it looks. But otherwise, yeah, we have Natchy Lazarus tomorrow. Super cool guy. Hey Tim, thanks for hanging out. So yeah, tune in. He's a really cool guy. He's joining us from India. Wrote a book called The Connected Church. He's gonna be talking about MPOs and using streaming for churches and whatnot, and different organizations, whether it's raising money or building an audience. And I've had some really cool experiences with him, so I'm interested to see his insights and the way that he's using streaming and whatnot. So what else? Oh, another thing too is with using the phones, then I have external lenses, like I use Moment lenses. So right now I'm just using the regular look that's there, but I could, if I wanted, put one of my Moment lenses on, and I could do like a really wide angle look, or I can do a zoomed in, a much better zoomed in look on there as well. So anyway, if you have any questions, or if there's anything I can ever help you out with, or if you're stuck on anything with the tool and you want to try something, and you're like, hey, I want to figure out how to do something crazy, let me know. I'm always up for crazy, and we'll have some fun. All right, guys. Cool that this worked. Thanks for hanging out. We'll talk to you